Hi there. Tonight we're investigating this great location which is just outside Carlisle in England, Great Britain. It's the Solway Aviation Museum and it holds a lot of artefacts from World War II, I think World War I as well, and a lot of aircrafts. There's actually quite a famous aircraft that's here. It's called the Vulcan. That was Britain's first nuclear warplane from the 1960s that we used. It's also quite a rare plane. I do believe there's only 16 left in Britain. So there's some, I think, what other kind of planes have we got here?
We've got the Sikorsky helicopter, there's the Percival Sea Prince, the Hawker Hunter, the McDonnell Douglas Phantom, the Armstrong Whitworth Meteor, the English Electric Lightning, a Jet Provost, a Canberra, and the Avro Vulcan.
So tonight we're primarily going to be using some ITC. What we use is our own app, it's called Project Paranormal. Now what it does, it's got English words, all cut up, in reverse, and it's in 8 banks, and then it's put into what you would call the ether. And the theory behind that is that spirits can manipulate it to say words. Now we just don't look for yes, no answers, we're looking for intelligent answers. For instance, can you tell me the name of the plane that I am pointing to? You know, and if we get that catch as far as we're concerned, that's pretty cool. So that's all about the ITC. We're also going to be doing we've got a few mediums with us. We've got a medium with us and we've got a few sensitives with us. So we'll be doing some medium work and some sensitive work. Deborah and Jay will be doing some pendulum work. We've done that in a location a couple of months ago. We got some really good results from. And we'll be doing a walk round as well. And we'll be breaking off and doing some vigils, different type of work. Now, we've been here a few times and we hope to get in contact with some of the spirit within the building. Now, during World War II there was 350 children actually flown from Poland to here and then on to Windermere. There's also German uniforms here as well, and there's also a lot of artefacts from wars, so if you can imagine all the energy that would be trapped within these artefacts would be pretty immense. So we're really looking forward to an active night. Okay, so primarily we're going to be using our own app. Now this is Project Paranormal app. Now what this is, it's got 8 banks of English, all cut up in reverse. And the theory behind this is the banks is firing out in the air. The spirits can manipulate it and say the words that we're looking for. Now obviously we're not looking for yes, no answers, we're looking for intelligent answers like what's the name of the plane we're pointing at, the person, things like that have to help collaborate. So that's that. We've also got this here we'll be using tonight. Now this is a thermometer sensor. Now I'm going to place this in a room where we're working. We're going to take a base reading to find out the temperature. We're going to ask some intelligent questions like, for instance, can you make this go blue? Now if it goes blue within a certain limit of time, it's a 5 degrees drop. If I want it to go warm, it'll turn red, it's then a 5 degrees increase. Now if you get it to go blue to red, that means it's a 10 degrees increase, and I can't think of anything natural that could drop 10 degrees down and up in that space of time, especially in a building. So that's one of the items we're using. We're also going to be using here, which is a new bit of technology, but it's not new, it's just newly built. So what we've got here is, now that red light indicates that it's negative static. Now if you get some positive, if it goes green we get some positive. That means if it goes red to green, it's positive. You see that? Now this bit here that's going off that's the REM pod. Now if you can imagine what this is, spirits use energy. If you can look how close I get before it'll set off. So that's going to be placed away from the team, away from anything electrical, because certain electrical things can set it off. As you can see, it's very sensitive. So this primary bit of equipment will be left relatively far away from the team. So I'm just going to do a quick introduction at the moment and explain people's roles in the team. You've got myself, Dave. I'm tech. I'm not a medium. Don't have any abilities in that sense. We've got Debs. Debs is a sensitive. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Debs?
I can pick up on energies of that are around us. Yeah. Feelings. I don't know. I
Cool,
think.
cool. Yeah.
Just more sensitive and pick up on energies and stuff.
Yeah, I'm Jay. I mean, I can feel stuff, like more sensitive wise, pick up on stuff. Just I don't know.
Yeah. Cool, cool. Karen?
I'm Karen. I'm not a sensitive, I'm not a medium. I really just work with the ITC and the other tech items.
Okay, we've got Shell.
I'm Shell. I'm same as Debs. I just kind of feel things and pick up on energies and smells and sounds and things.
Okay, we've got a couple of guest people with us. We've got 2 people from the public that are here to see an investigation, and we've also got a guest medium as well that will be helping us throughout the night as well. So we've got Emma.
Yeah. Hi. Pam. Jackie.
So what we're going to try first is just to help generate some spirit activity. It's a type of Singapore theory which is making spirit remember some of the times of the past, maybe favourite song, maybe planes going overhead. And this is the Coops box. What this is, it's got a lot of different ambient noises. For instance, I'm looking for something that's will tie in with the building itself, so just bear with me 2 minutes. Right. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to play that. Can I ask the spirits to come forward, please? We mean you no harm. We come with respect as always. We're here to help prove there's life after death and communicate with you. If you've got a story to tell, please tell it. Okay, that was used to pull spirit forwards. It's a good way of starting the spirit communication, so hopefully the spirits have came forward. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the ITC. The ITC is the Project Paranormal, 2 seconds, yep. It's Project Paranormal app. What it is, as explained, it's got 8 banks, it's all English in reverse, chopped up, then listened over. There is no English that will come through here, but what we're looking for is intelligent responses. So I'm going to switch that on. Can I ask the spirits to come forward, please? Now spirits, I was playing some music. Could you tell me, what did you hear?
That sentence at the start is what was just played.
What did you hear in the music?
Plane.
Plane. Okay, spirits, we come with respect, we mean no disrespect. Spirits, could you tell me, what little war did you fight in? Yeah, I'm sure it said to me there. Okay, spirits, now there's some famous planes here. Could you tell me the name of one of the planes that's... Can you tell me what's the nuclear plane that's here?
They said it very broken up, it's like vol.
Right. Okay, spirits, can you try very hard? I know there's a lot of energies in the room. Can you come forward? Can you tell me the name of the nuclear plane, please? Spirits, could you tell me, who were you fighting in World War II? Could you tell me who was the enemy in World War II, please? Could you tell me the name of their leader? Okay, Spirits, could you name some of the allies? Sorry?
Hitler.
Did you get Hitler there? Okay, theories. Well, sometimes Spirits can take 30 seconds to respond back to you. So I'm just going to quickly turn that down a little bit at the moment. Okay, now I didn't hear that, but the Jewish guys here, Hitler?
Hitler.
Right, okay.
We need to check for Churchill as well.
Right, okay, that's pretty cool. That's interesting, that's intelligent what we're looking for.
I thought Churchill came before that.
Right,
I'm
okay.
not totally sure.
Right.
I need to listen.
I'm just going to ask, that's a good question, Karen. I'm going to ask that. You want to ask it back, Karen? You want to
President.
Prime Minister.
Minister.
Who was the Prime Minister of Britain at the time of the war?
Say that again, please, Spirit.
Now, Churchill done a famous, what was it? We will fight them in the sands, we will fight them in the sea, we will fight them in, what was that? The skies. Can you play that on YouTube actually, Karen? Churchill's speech.
Very famous speech.
Yeah, if you can get that up and then I'll see if I can, I'll ask the Spirits if you can tell me who was it that said that speech. So we're going to do a little bit more of Singapore theory. Karen's going to play Churchill's famous rallying speech, which I think everyone will know. We're then going to ask the Spirits if they can tell me who it was.
And his grand army, he was told by someone, there are bitter weeks in England. There are certainly a great many more of them since the British expeditionary force returned. Sir, I have myself full confidence that if all do their duty, if nothing is neglected, and if the best arrangements are made, as they are being made, we shall prove ourselves once more able to defend our island home, to ride out the storm of war, and to outlive the menace of tyranny, if necessary for years, if necessary alone. At any rate, that is what we are going to try to do. That is the resolve of His Majesty's government, every man of them. That is the will of Parliament and the nation. The British Empire and the French Republic, linked together in their cause and in their need, will defend to the death their native soil, aiding each other like good comrades to the utmost of their strength. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. And if, which I do not for a moment believe, this island or a large part of it was subjugated and starving, then our empire beyond the seas, armed and guarded by the British fleet, would carry on the struggle.
Okay, Spirits, you've heard Karen playing something. Can you tell me the name of the man that said that? Please tell me the name of the Prime Minister, please, at the time. Yeah. We definitely got church here. Yeah.
Spirits, as well as myself and Deborah, we've also got Shell, Emma, Jackie and Pam, as well as Michael. Can you tell us your name again?
My name.
My name.
Can you tell us your name, please?
Spirit, can you tell us what type of plane you used to fly? Bomber again. Thank you, Spirit. Can you tell us what regiment you used to fly for?
Raft.
Raft.
Raft is in RAF.
RAF, alright. Could you give us your rank? Canny. Ghost.
We have to observe.
Are you watching this Spirit just now, sitting in the plane?
The plane was used to spy on the Germans. Overbelly.
Thank you, Spirit. Common respect. We're just asking for communication and to learn a wee bit more of your history and your story. Raf, I heard that again.
Could you tell us your name, please?
Ralph? Alpha, yeah.
Your hell. Your hell.
Your hell? Hell. Or hell? I will ask if they had fear. Yeah. When they were during the war. So it would have been like hell. Yeah. Were you glad when the war was over? Scared.
So did you feel happy when the war ended?
She said UK.
UK?
Whoa. Oh, sorry, it's back. The back started rocking as I moved it, and I just felt it touch like, yo! It's the back.
So what were your feelings when the war ended?
Brilliant.
Brilliant. So when the war ended, did that mean that you could go back to your family? We have a name, Thomas.
Thomas, could you tell us what plane you used to fly?
Raft.
Laugh again.
Hi, good evening everyone. So we're here at the Aviation Museum in Carlisle, and already it's a great night. This room that I'm working in now, just all around me we've got all old planes. I think they was used at some time in the wars. Some right piece of history in here. But I was working here earlier on, and when I was left alone there was clear footsteps that came up behind me. And also from over in the left hand corner of the room there's been the odd noise which shouldn't really be there. So I'm here by myself at the moment. I'm just waiting for the ladies to come over now, Deborah and the rest of the team, But yeah, it's a good night up to now, enjoying it. So just got a couple of devices down here on the floor. I thought I'd just do a couple of minutes alone in here, so. Any spirits present? My name's Michael. I drove a long way to be here with you this evening. I bring you nothing but love and respect. Would you like to communicate with me at all? Do you know you can make a noise? Could you get my attention somehow with your spirit? So as you can see, I'm sure these planes were used in wars. I think it's the Solway Aviation Museum. It's on the site of Carlisle Airport. Okay. So there's a bit of a tap from the corner of the room there. That's you, Spirit. Can you try just a little bit harder? Can you make that a bit louder for me? Okay, so this periscope's just come up. That was you, Spirit. Thank you so much for that. The little devices on the floor, they're used to sense when you're around, to sense if you're close by. If that was you, can you make a tap close to me now, please? Okay, so the tap was a bit closer, it was over here this time. I hope you can hear that on the camera. Okay, so if there's a way of us making a means of communication, Spirit, 1 tap for yes and 2 taps for no. So is that you? Is that a spirit or a spirit friend trying to communicate with me? Can you give me 2 taps, please? Okay, it sounded like 2 taps, but it's for no. That's a spirit friend that'd like to give me a message. Could you come closer, please? Come closer to my voice. Try. Thank you for that. Keep coming forwards. I mean you no harm. I bring you respect and offer love. It'd be great if you could communicate with me. Was that you I heard walking near me before? Can you do that again? I've got stressed guys, I'm the only one here in this room at the moment, so. Would you like to come closer? Would you like to come closer, please? That's it. Keep coming round the corner. Come closer to me. I hope you can hear this guy back on, but there's taps coming from all over the room now as I'm asking for signs.
This is session 3, it's our final session. We're going to start off with a bit of pendulum work from Jay. Jay's a sensitive. We're going to first find out, you know, what's yes and what's no, and then we're going to ask some questions. So Jay, if you want to get started. Okay, to validate the spirits moving the pendulum, I'm going to ask a couple of true questions and a couple of false questions. Like, for instance, is it true that I climbed Mount Everest? When you're ready, Jane, I'll ask a question.
Can I get a direction for the yes?
Spirits, now when me and Jay and Dougie were in the shelter, can you tell me, did one of you make some footsteps and some little noises?
Been up and down slightly, but no.
Still building, you, is that sort of inconclusive?
Try making the chain a wee bit shorter, Jay.
Spirits, did you enjoy when we played Vera Lynn songs?
Right, we're going to do one more session of ITC before that's us finished.
Oh, it's just started again. It's a new day.
Spirits, can you tell us, behind Michael there's an army uniform. Can you tell us what country that would have came from?
Try some questions, folks.
Well, I was just sitting there trying to think what I was going to ask, and then my mind's just went pure blank.
Karen, did you hear that?
Yeah, my name's Karen. Can you tell me what your name is?
Nelly.
It's so Spirit, can you tell us what plane me and Cam was sitting in earlier on?
Can you tell us what the name of the nuclear plane is that's outside?
I see it. Yeah.
Can you tell me what it's called, please?
Did I just, yeah?
Yeah.
Shit, no one came through though.
Brilliant.
But that's what
Thank you, Spirit.
Can you tell us who was sitting at the front? Was
Karen,
that
and then we heard Robert.
I thought it was Cassie.
Cassie, yeah. What's Cameron in front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was sitting behind me?
I said that I at the back.
Yeah, who was sitting at the back? Is that Chipmunk again?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Chipmunk in there.
Yeah.
Did you get Chipman again? Did you hear that?
I heard it before that as well.
Right, okay, that's cool. It's Chipmunks are playing, so that's brilliant.
These items on the wall behind Jay, can you tell me what they were?
Just on the site, just next to you, there's a Morse code thing.
I thought it was Jay there.
Yeah, same. Could be, you know, maybe try to see digging, maybe it doesn't.
Spirit, can you tell us the uniform? Who did it belong to? RAF. No, I thought I heard the RAF. It sounded like the RAF. And it sounded Irish. Yes. Can you tell us where? Regional, yeah. What region you came from? What area are we in, Spirit? Air Force. Yes. We are, Spirit. RAF again, Heather. Can you give us the name of one of the other planes around this building? Bomber again.
That was fair.
Thank you, Spirit.
Good to ask, what was the plane we used that won the Battle of Britain?
Can you tell us what plane was used in the Battle of Britain, please, Spirit?
We'll say the first word for you, spit. Well, it said it, did you hear it there? Spitfire.
Spitfire.
I've been waiting all night for that. I've been waiting all night for that.
Spirit. Thank you for that.
Okay, Spirits, we're going to wrap this up now. I think every one of us that's in this room would like to thank you for all your hard work. Before we go, could you do one last thing? Could you say goodbye to us? Goodbye, Spirits.
Could you say goodbye, Spirit?
Goodbye, spirits.
Thank you, Spirits.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll do a quick, a little 2-minute wrap up, just quickly talk. We'll do a little wrap up in a few days' time. We'll hire at one of the wee halls again. So we'll just keep running it. So tonight, some of the evidence we'll all each go over. We'll start off with the first session. Now I'm trying to think how did the first session go.
We got a couple of names in the first section.
It started off a little bit slow, but we got some good stuff. Then we decided to split off. Me and Jay and Dougie went to the air raid shelter down that way, and the rest of the girls went to the next building. So we'll just tell us what happened with us. If you want to say what happened, Jay?
We put the ICT on, we got a couple of names. We got Cyanide come through. We got Get Out. I think we got another couple. We played that song for Lynn Vera. We got her name come through, and we got a couple of bangs and knocks we asked it to as well.
Yeah, it was right on tap. We were, at one point we were asking them if you'd like me to play the song one more time, could you make a noise? And we heard the noise. And I've obviously then went and asked Dougie, have you heard that noise before? Because he's obviously watching, he's been here like many years, and he said no. So to us that's intelligent response from that. We get lots of replies. We get Vera Lynn a few times. I said White Cliffs of something, and it said Dover. I think there were some catches regarding German. I think we thought we were communicating with a German officer. We sort of said we forgive him, and just trying to reach out to him. And that's when I asked us what happened in the camps, and we got the word cyanide. So that will need to be reviewed. What about yourselves, guys?
We sat in the plane, first of all, in the Chipmunk plane. We asked what the plane was that we were sitting in, and it said Chippy.
Chippy came through.
Yeah. Quite a lot of other relevant responses.
There was a lot of
names.
relevant responses between the ITC and also the pendulum.
Yeah, pendulum was good. We get the number 10 and the number 13. When we went back and we get artefacts through, and we went back to check the room numbers.
Number 10 was the library, which has all the and it says artefacts on it,
and 13 would have been the storeroom.
Yeah.
So that would all be relevant to
You've got 13 names in all, did you?
I've got 13 names came through.
The last session here we done a little sort of pendulum. That was kind of hit and miss, but that can go that way sometimes. We asked some questions and we got some intelligent ITC through. We've been asking all night to get Spitfire. I think we got it in at least 2 or 3 locations, which if anybody knows, the Spitfire was, it won the Battle of Britain. That's correct, Iggy, isn't it? Yeah, the Spitfire was the main plane that took down the Luftwaffe, and the Luftwaffe at the time was in a very fierce opponent to have in there.
We also had bombers come through. Bombers came through at least I think at 3 occasions.
Yeah.
They're really relevant.
Been a good night.
Yeah.
There was observation.
And we were sitting in the
It was like the spy
Chipmunk,
plane.
which was the spy plane.
Yeah.
Would have been used to observe.
Yeah.
Yeah, really intelligent
Been a
responses
really good
we have
night.
had tonight, and it's been a good night.
Yeah, so overall I think we've all had a great night. We've been here a few times and it's an absolute standing location. It's also open throughout the summer, it's brilliant if you want to bring your kids here. There's lots of stuff to do. I'd recommend anyone to come here. It's an excellent location. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.